on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson with you. Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill joining us tonight, along with the fourth member of our team, Allie LaForce. So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves, Ebb is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Then it's Murray, and it's prime time in at the point guard position. And for the Clippers, we've got Herb Jones. Ivy's out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's even Zubats, and it's Hughes in at the 4 spot. We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
So the Clippers win the tip. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the drive. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Just get right up and over the top of the defense. Gilgeous-Alexander, no doubt.
Here's prime time. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Prime time. Sinks it from distance.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the game. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
It's very long, and SGA so effective around the hoop because of that length.
Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. All by himself.
Get the perimeter.
The second effort. Gets another look. Deflected. And the ball out of play. The Clippers will have it. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. And now just over a minute played here in the first. The layup misses.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
First personal foul.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Minnesota shooting their first free throws here tonight.
Shooting 2.
And so it makes both from the line. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Pass to Jones. Now here's Zubats. Defended by Murray. On the wing, Ivy. Back to Zubats. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
Well, Zubats always around the rim. You love the quick strike there.
And it's Edwards with the ball for the Timberwolves. Last time they met in Los Angeles where they beat the Clippers.
You have to credit the game plan going in, especially at the offensive end, where they were just so relentless.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
The open shot by Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, he's finally able to knock one down. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his third basket on the night right there. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Counted from distance. Prime time's got 8.
Well, that's a case where your teammates are showing trust in you, and he comes through with flying colors.
And here's Ivy. 20 points for him last game against Indiana. Some room here for Jones. It's rebounded by Prime Time.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with a miss.
Murray, shot is good.
You have to be accurate there. Very little room for error passing on the interior.
The Clippers have gone 4th in shooting the rock in this first quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
This guy is such an explosive athlete. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander goes straight to the cup.
Here's Prime Time. The shot off that time. Good work defensively by Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense is a elite drive and kickability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He draws so much attention and can find another cutter or a spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
That free throw good from Gilgeous-Alexander. And Doris, no doubt about it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle, he can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force.
He's perfect from the line this time. And we've got All-Star Weekend fast approaching. I'm sure all the players are looking forward to it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you're competing that weekend, it's an honor and a lot of fun. And for the guys that aren't, it's a few welcome days of rest and relaxation.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Here's Zubac, and it's slammed in by Zubac.
Yeah, Zubac knows his job, and that's to do the dirty work. Get into the offensive glass.
Here's prime time. Coming off a 34-point game against Sacramento. Basket's good.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the LA Clippers. Fresh off a win against the Pacers.
And that night, they did a great job of executing their plays and creating mismatches.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. After the Clippers picking up a basket just a moment ago.
And he's carried them this quarter, a dominant offensive stretch.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Coming off a 22-point game against Indiana.
I love that he sacrificed his body over and over. His persistence at getting to the free throw line really paid off for them.
So it's Los Angeles now. They trail by 1. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Keefe. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Ivy outside. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. It's rebounded by Primetime.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Shot clock at 5. Pass to Edwards. Jacks up a 3. Ooh, some solid defense from Gilgeous-Alexander. Clippers trail by 3. It's not going to go for him. Minnesota's gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. To the inside. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
It's going to be on Ivica Zubac.
Second team foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Both shots good from the strike.
It can help a big man's game to hit those free throws. It keeps the defense from getting too aggressive.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And the Clippers missed again. The Timberwolves lead by 5. McDaniels passes to Primetime. Lays it up and banks it in. Primetime's got 15 points.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the free ball.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded closely. To the wing on the left. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
taking 2 shots.
That free throw misses. Some changes for Los Angeles. Jackson, he's checked in for Jones. And it's Edwards in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And he's good on the second. 14 points his last outing. Some changes for Los Angeles. Ivica Zubac checked in for Hughes. Jones comes in for Jackson. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Ivy. We've got Ivica Zubac. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Edwards. Then it's Herb Jones. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Taking it inside, SGA.
We all know that SGA is very capable of averaging 30 for a season. Tonight's exploit should come as no surprise.
Here's prime time. Off target from outside. Clippers trail by 4. Here's Jones. That one no good. McDaniels with some nice D. From 7. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. The Clippers have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Here's Edwards. Missed it, even after all of those chances. Minnesota leading by 4. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Gets the 3 to fall.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Los Angeles. Strong finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
And Prime Time gets it to go. Prime Time's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Edwards against Edwards. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Minnesota basketball.
And now we take a look at the 2K leaderboard to glance at which point guards have been absolute pests on the defensive end over the last month. Second is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Swiping the ball involves so much. It's reading passing lanes, understanding the offense in general, and taking high percentage risk. They do all of that.
You know, I think that's a mentality they have when it comes to defending aggressive. They don't let up for one single second at that end of the floor, and they're always looking to cause you discomfort.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The Timberwolves getting their last shot to go. Can't cash in the 10-footer.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Keith, the pass to Prime Time. Just 4 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Oh, Edwards! Money on the triple!
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Now guarded by McDaniels. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. Shot to stop the run. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Jaden McDaniels picks one up. When you look back at the history of the league, Doris, no position has evolved more than the center.
You know, BA, that's a tremendous point, because you look at some of the best players in the league, they occupy the 5 spot. They're asked to do so much. Defensively, protect the rim. Be able to switch out and guard smaller players on the perimeter. Now you're being asked to be able to make shots from 3. I mean, big man's got a lot of responsibility in today's game.
And he drops it first.
Boy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has become a walking bucket, folks. This is now an elite NBA scorer.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Murray's checked in. Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
What you love about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is this young man's work ethic. He is a gym rat who's always looking for ways to improve.
Here's Keith. 8 points in his last time out. Here's prime time. Outside McDaniels. And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Tight defense on him. Good D by Murray. Minnesota leading by 13. Edwards, a pass to prime time. Back to Edwards. Fires the three. And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Here's prime time. Give him 20. It's McDaniels on the wing. Fires the three. Drops in the three. McDaniels got his third bucket of the night.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, prime time in their last time out against the Kings played some superb basketball. He came away with 34 points, and he registered a triple-double, showing off all of his skills. And he had a memorable game. These coaches and fans are still buzzing about it. Just incredible. What's he got for an encore, BA?
Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
Both teams will make substitutions. And here are the Timberwolves. They're on a 19-7 run. To the middle. And the basket by Flagler. Flagler's got his first bucket of the night.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Minnesota with a rebound. They put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
Yeah, they connected from outside all game, and the defense had absolutely no answer for it.
It's always a good thing when the defense is scrambling. Whenever there was open space on the perimeter, their shooters were able to locate it.
And the Clippers have possession following the score by Minnesota. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's blocked. Here's prime time. Scoring over 35 a game. He's someone they depend on for production. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, stolen by Murray. Here's prime time. 20 points for him. Here's Keefe. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. Clippers trail by 20. Down low. Here's Hughes. The rebound by Murray. Murray's got 4 rebounds now. Primetime passes to Keefe. Here's primetime. Shot clock at 6. It's Edwards on the wing. The 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Hughes has got his 4th rebound in this one. Well, Doris, we've heard Anthony Edwards declare himself as the best player in the league.
Well, BA, when you got the game to back it up, you don't mind putting yourself out there. And Anthony Edwards has charisma, highly skilled, and he's fearless when it matters most. Look out for the Ant-Man.
Edwards gets the bucket.
And that's strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
Now a timeout call by the Clippers.
Yeah, I think Coach calls his timeout right now because he's not happy with the distribution of shots. Difficult shots, contested shots. You've got to get a better offensive rhythm.
Jackson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Ivy comes in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And so it's the Minnesota
That's
Timberwolves
the end of the
up
first
19
half.
points
The
as the
score.
quarter comes to a close. Their defensive
54.
efforts have paid off,
The Timberwolves.
effectively shutting down the
73.
opposing offense. Back to the game after this break. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
He's been a real difference maker today in terms of reeling in offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle. You love the work ethic he has had on display.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Then it's Murray, and it's Keefe in at the 4. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Zubats. Ivy against Edwards. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Gilgeous-Alexander no good. Minnesota leading by 19. Here's prime time. Oh, that's his 8th make of the game. He's only missed 4 so far.
Using his speed advantage to create the separation he needs for the shot.
Ivy passes to Zubats. Ivy against Edwards. Zubats inside. Another shot. That shot, no good. Good D by Murray.
Well, an 0 for 3 start to the half. You need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
Prime time. 3-pointer off the mark. Clippers trail by 21. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Hughes. Hughes has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
In the first half, he was on fire from range, but he hasn't knocked one down since.
Keefe to pass to prime time. The 3 is up. Jones grabs the board.
Not how they hoped to start this half. 1 for 5, brick after brick. Let's start building the building.
Kept alive.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Here's prime time. And the 3-pointer goes. Prime time's got 25 points in the game.
He tore it up from downtown the first half. Now hits this one. Dangerous shooter, guys.
Zubats against Murray. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Woo! When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive. No question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
Prime time. Can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 20. Ivy outside. Pass to Jones. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Prime time's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Zubats with the steal. They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Ivy. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Yeah, this is the attention Ivy draws from defenses, forces them to be overly aggressive.
Ivy, 2 shots.
First one falls for him. He's off on the second. And it's Murray with the ball for Minnesota. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. They've got the Lakers ahead of them in their next game in Los Angeles. That'll be the back end of a 3-game road trip.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Zubac. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Zubac has got 6.
This is where Zubac's most comfortable. Good work on the interior right there.
Here's prime time. Gilgeous-Alexander defending.
He's always quick to pop out and defend the 3.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
I love it. I mean, great ball movement by Ivy.
Here's prime time. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Here's Edwards. And the jumper is good at the free throw line. 12 points for him.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Since hitting 2 triples in the first half, he's been non-existent from out there.
Here's prime time. Offline with a 3. Clippers trail by 17. Fires for 3. Gilgeous-Alexander no good.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
Here's prime time. Defended by Jones. Here's prime time. Knocks down the long J. Prime time's got 28.
Putting on a shooting clinic from deep. He had that huge first half, and he's still rolling.
Zubac finds Jones. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Here's prime time. 28 points for him. The shot no good. Good work defensively by Gilgeous-Alexander. Over McDaniels. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. The Timberwolves lead by 20. Here's prime time. Good work defensively by Gilgeous-Alexander. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian. Well, in today's high-scoring NBA, every position has to be a threat. All-star Donovan Mitchell said, "We're getting away from the point guards who are just floor generals. It's passing and scoring that you're starting to see, and your level of scoring allows you to be a better playmaker. Teams have to respect that."
No doubt, Allie. Thank you. With this break, let's bring up the teams who've been clicking offensively over the last month. Number 1, Minnesota.
You know, offensively, people are moving without the ball, making the extra pass, and that's led to a high shooting percentage for them, really, over the last month.
11 a game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Murray finds McDaniels. Here's prime time. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Here's prime time. Good work defensively by Gilgeous-Alexander. Clippers trail by 19. They've got Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Herb Jones out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Jaden Ivey. And it's Jackson in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's prime time. He's guarded by Zubac. Shot blocked.
What a great defensive play by Ivica Zubac. This guy just gives you great effort defensively.
Stolen by Jones.
Out of bounds.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by McDaniels. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
That's his third.
Well, what a pump fake by Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets the defender committed, and he'll go to the foul line.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Here's prime time.
Hey, yo, right here.
Tries a 9-footer. Minnesota again missing.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
Jackson outside. Takes the three. They grab their own miss. Jones from outside. He drops it from range. Jones has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Minnesota leading by 14. Here's prime time. Count it. Good.
Clutch buckets. He's paving the way as they hit the home stretch.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Los Angeles. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 40 points. The Timberwolves have gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
3-point.
Bombs away in the first half. He's followed up the effort with 3 more triples since.
Pass to Jackson. Ivy outside. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's prime time. Defended by Jones. Stolen by Jones. And it's the Clippers on the break. And here's Ivy from the arc. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Timberwolves.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
You know, my guess right now is Coach wants to talk over this turnover issue. And it seems like they've been trying to force things a bit and need to find a steady rhythm offensively.
Clippers Spirit Dance Team. Let's hear it.
Minnesota leading by 14. Here's prime time. Basket counts.
19.
Prime time's got 15 points here in the second half. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 6 of 12 shots to go here in this fourth quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Zubac. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Defense right on him. The shot won't fall for Minnesota. They've got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter. Here's prime time. And the 3 off target. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting just around 45% in the fourth. Here's prime time. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Here's prime time. Off target with the 3. Clippers trail by 16. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Minnesota with a rebound. McDaniels got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Keith. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Jones feels it out. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Yep, count it. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 42 in the game.
He's done everything he can to give them a lift tonight, but it hasn't been enough.
Here's prime time. It's the trifecta. And the Timberwolves lead by 17.
We've been watching him hold court out of the arc. Just an unforgettable performance tonight.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
That's a good timeout. They just can't hit anything.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game.
He has truly put on a show out there tonight, tearing it up on both ends of the floor. So impressive. And the other squad has looked helpless to stop him.
I'll tell you, this is the kind of game you love to have from your role players. Putting up big numbers, filling in the gaps, and supporting your squad out on the road. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
You have to be careful when Jaden McDaniels is in your area as an offensive player. This guy is so elite defensively.
The Timberwolves lead by 17. Here's Murray. Second shot opportunity, and he sinks the layup.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
Well, Los Angeles shooting just 37% since the fourth quarter got started. Pass to Zubac. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Tightly guarded. Second chance shot. Blocked! Edwards with it. Jackson in his pocket. And he gets it to go.
Boy, Edwards so good in close. This guy has got touch and strength, everything you could ask for.
Zubac with it. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. On the wing, Ivey. And miss after miss right now. Minnesota's gotten 4 of 7 3-pointers to fall in the fourth. Here's prime time. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Boy, a little indecisive. I think he wanted to kick it out, changed his mind, and ended up missing.
Ooh, poked away. Pass to Jones. There's the three. The rebound by Keith. Keith's got 5 rebounds tonight. Inside. The fadeaway. Uses the glass that time. It's good. Prime time's got 40 points.
He's been doing this for them all game. I mean, just staying alert and taking advantage of every opportunity.
Yeah, he's back-to-back games like this. He is on a tear, competing with every ounce of energy he's got.
Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Here's prime time. Let's go with a 3. Jones grabs the board. To the paint. Here's Zubac. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist. Jones has got his 4th assist in this one.
Yeah, he needs to take a lot more shots. He's been efficient, trying to get his teammates involved, but it's time for him to step up.
And it's good. 2 points.
It's just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And they call an illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Hughes, he's checked in for the Clippers.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. No good on the 3. The Timberwolves lead by 23. Edwards, the pass to prime time. Minute 32 left to play in the fourth quarter. And it's all from 3-point range. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for Minnesota. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Timberwolves.
Their shot blocking was a huge advantage in this game.
Yeah, I love the excellent defense in the paint. It led to a lot of key stops.
And with this win, they will now have 52 victories for the year.
And with just one game left to play between them, they've captured the first 2 meetings of the year.
And what a huge performance it was for primetime.
What a night. Doing it all. A triple-double. It takes a special player to do that. You have to enjoy watching this guy play. Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
4th personal foul. First team foul. At the line.
And he knocks down the first one. So both teams making some changes here.
Shooting 2.
Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line. Here are the Clippers. Good D by Murray.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
Here's prime time. Buries it from 3. Prime time Time's got 44.
And they knew it wasn't going to be easy to win on the road, but they've controlled the pace on this one.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, former NBA players Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, with David Aldridge joining us courtside. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Aaron Gordon. Dick is out there with Young. And there's Bennett, and it's Stevens in at the 3. And for Minnesota, Murray out there with Keith. And it's prime time. Then there's Edwards. And it's Dillingham in at the point. And we know the second night, Greg, of a back-to-back can be rough.
And the NBA has put in work trying to minimize these, but sometimes it's unavoidable. And if you have a long bench, this is when you lean into it.
Young outside. Pass to Dick. Launches it. Rebound, Minnesota. Pass to Primetime. Puts up a 3. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. The Lakers on offense. The 3. Dick, that's good.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now the pass to Primetime. Buries it from 3-point range.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Young left side. Tips it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Here's Primetime. The three-pointer off the mark. Lakers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Stevens, the pass to Dick. Young up top. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Edwards passes to Keith. Back to Edwards. Fires the 3, and he nails the 3. Nice shot from beyond the arc there from Primetime.
This is why you always have to chase guys off the arc, because everyone has a three-point shot now.
Young outside. There's the lob to the hoop, and the dunk by Dick.
He pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop to the paint. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
And the call will be against Primetime.
Number 19.
That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Dillingham. Dick defending. Primetime's shot is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Bennett. Dillingham with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 3. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
Here's Primetime. He's covered by Bennett. 6 on the shot clock. It's Edwards on the wing. No good from outside. Lakers trail by 3. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
Primetime, the pass to Murray. Here's Dillingham. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Young. Uses the glass to finish the layup. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Here's Primetime. Against the Lakers, he was really on his game.
And it just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
And so Young will bring it up for the Lakers. They trail by 6. Passes it to Gordon. Now Young. No good there. Murray with the defensive effort. Here's Minnesota. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's Edwards. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Young pass to Dick. Back to Young. Now here's Bennett. He's covered closely. Inside. Here's Dick. There it is. His third basket. He's taken 7 shots to get those 3.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far. Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Here's Young. And he could not get them one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
At the line for 2.
He hits the second from the line. Timberwolves leading by 7. Pass to Primetime. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Here's Young. Pass to Bennett. Now Dick. From the wing. And it's good off the back rim and in. Dick's got 9.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Murray, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Young left side, over Dillingham. The offensive rebound, and then Gordon with the dunk.
And offensive rebounding really about timing and positioning there. Gordon using both to burn the D.
Here's Dillingham. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
So the Lakers call timeout, their first, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
Yeah, it looked like they were settling out there, not moving.
Lakers trail by 16. Taking a look at the Lakers. We've got Bennett. Young is out there with Grady Dick. Then there's Gordon, and it's Stevens in at the 3 spot. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. down low. Young outside. He takes it in. The shot that time not on target. Murray with the defensive effort. To the middle. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Young pass to Dick. Paxton coming off the assist from Young. And 12 points for Grady Dick.
Proving once again he is one of the best shooters in the league.
Here's Dillingham. Off the left rim and out. Lakers trail by 15. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
Free throw drops for Dick. And both free throws good for Dick.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Here's prime time. Got a piece of it. Dick with it. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Edwards with the block.
And the athleticism of Edwards helping on defense, capable of getting up to block shots.
Yep, that one goes in there. And the Timberwolves lead by 15. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
The enthusiasm they've brought to their defense so far is something else. Going after shooters and really hustling to get their hands on shots.
And yeah, how about this team also following up their shots, getting those offensive boards, also a key for their success.
Prime time's shot is good.
Even after all those three-pointers he hit in that first quarter, it looks like the D still didn't learn its lesson as they've left him open for another one.
Young, right side. Stephens. That misses off the backboard.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Here's prime time. The three-pointer, no good. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's an 18-point game. Stephens can't get it to go. Timberwolves have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Dick with the steal.
Hey, knock that down.
Young passes to Stevens. Back to Young. The pass to Bennett. Passes to Stevens, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there. And midway into the season now, the power rankings starting to show a more complete picture. Taking a look at Washington, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when you look at the Timberwolves, they just understand how good they really are. One of the biggest hurdles is to avoid complacency, though, down the stretch.
Lakers trail by 18. Young looking it over. Dick in the corner. And again, no good by the Lakers.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, prime time in the last game against the Lakers was phenomenal. He dropped in 36 points, and that was only part of it, as he added a triple-double for his work. And those are big numbers he put up. It's hard to match. But he'll be aiming high again tonight. Back to you guys.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
Dick can't get it to go.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Primetime. Hits it from three-point range. Primetime's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Timberwolves. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Los Angeles calls timeout. One guy has been getting it done is Primetime.
They have to come up with a new wrinkle defensively because he is killing them from deep.
Keefe is checked in for the Timberwolves.
A moment here to see some stats for Primetime. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. He's been scoring at about 38 points per, 14 assists, and the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
Yeah, they rely on his production night in and night out. There are times when he absolutely carries them.
Gordon kicks to Young. Shot clock at 5. Backed away. It's Dick on the wing. And again, no good by the Lakers.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Here's Primetime. Dick defending. Primetime, the pass to Murray. Makes it off the glass. Murray's got 6.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pass to Steffens. Now, here's Bennett. He's covered by Murray. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. 2 points. That one goes.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Minnesota.
Pass to Primetime. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Edwards, no good.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
Here's Dillingham. The rebound by Bennett. Here's Stevens. The second effort, and it's good on the way in. Steffens got his second basket.
Stayed with it, and his effort is rewarded with the second chance bucket.
The pass to Primetime. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Bennett's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Dick in the corner. The 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And 2 more three-point field goals for him here in the second quarter. Somebody had better get a hand up.
Primetime's shot is good.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Young passes to Dick. Back to Young. Now, here's Bennett. He's covered by Murray. And it goes down 2 points. Dick's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And he has been on fire this quarter in terms of his scoring. Hopefully, that fire spreads to his other guys and they can rally.
Here's Primetime. Dick defending. Here's Primetime. He's got 27. And here's Edwards from the arc. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And you have to stay up on Edwards out there, which is dangerous because he's so good at going right around you.
Dick wide open. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
3 triples for him this quarter, 4 overall.
And so it's Minnesota with it. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Yeah, your second unit, those reserves, they can swing a game.
Young passes to Stevens. Gordon with it. Kicks it to Young. And Edwards with a clear path to the basket. On up the court, Dillingham with the bucket.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Go, I got your help.
And here's Young. Throws it up high.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Timberwolves leading by 20. Now Dillingham. He's got 7.
Dick. Second personal foul. First team foul.
The Timberwolves shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
And that one falls for Dillingham. And so it's Minnesota controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Really an incredible game from Primetime.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Keep is out there with Murray. Then it's Dillingham, and it's Primetime. And it's Edwards in at the small forward position. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. It's Dick on the wing. 3-pointer. Primetime grabs the board. Primetime's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the inside. Murray, good. Murray's got 8.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
And Young kicks to Bennett. Back to Young. Over Dillingham. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Shot clock at 6. It's Edwards on the wing. Fires for 3, and another 3 for Minnesota.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Young outside. To the middle. Here's Stevens. And that one is hammered home.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Oh, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Here's Primetime. Dick defending. Passes it to Primetime. And here's Edwards from the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Edwards got a pair of 3s now here in the 3rd for the Timberwolves. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Lakers. Pass to Steffens. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Now here's Bennett. He's covered by Murray. Pass to Dick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline.
And they have been cold coming out of the break, only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Young with the steal. Dick in the corner. Fires from deep. Primetime grabs the board.
Out of halftime, not the way you want to execute, just 1 of 5 from the field.
Murray, good.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
It's caused them to pull away a bit. Let's see if they can keep the train on the tracks.
Young outside. Just 4 to shoot. From past the arc, Cans it from downtown.
3
Young's got 6.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's prime time. 33 points for him. Murray, good. 12 points for him.
He's been meticulous on offense, and it's paid off with a flawless shooting percentage for him so far in this game.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. These days in the NBA, no lead is safe. Timberwolves coach Chris Finch said there was a time where you weren't taking 20 triples in a game. It's all down to that. Momentum, too. These guys got into the league being offensive-minded, and when they get hot, it's a sight, and it's really hard to stop. Kevin?
Chris Finch is right. It's impossible to stop. Thank you, D.A. Now, here is Young. He's got 6. Down low, Bennett. Packed in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 6th assist on the night.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's prime time. Dick defending. Here's prime time. His average of about 35.5 points a game is pretty astounding, but one that he's worked very hard for. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and the dunk by Dick.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him, but again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
And there's the pass to prime time. And Dillingham now top of the key. Passes it to Edwards. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Edwards got 15 points.
And the defense all over Edwards, but he just outworks them and gets to his spot.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Timberwolves have gotten nearly everything to drop this quarter. They're 7 of 8 from the floor since halftime. Pass to prime time. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Los Angeles ball.
And some great passing here so far. Let's check out this chart that breaks down where the assists have been coming from for the Timberwolves.
You know, the play of their guards has been something to highlight. You love to see the backcourt contributing with the pass. When they're looking to make things easier for everyone, you see your bigs run the floor a little bit harder, and those things become contagious.
Then at the pass to Stevens. Young up top, outside Gordon. Here's Dick. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, after the show he put on in the first half, you thought it would continue, but he's cooled off a little bit here now.
Prime time shot is good.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
LA has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Dick can't get it to go.
More than a few bad breaks for him this quarter. He's struggling, and the team is following suit on the scoreboard.
To the paint.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
Substitution on the court.
A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Young finds Dick. It's stolen. So for the Lakers right now, Young is out there with Grady Dick. And there's Bennett. Then there's Jarred Vanderbilt. And it's Stevens in at the 3, the small forward.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Back to Vanderbilt. Clock at 6. It's Young on the wing. takes the 13-footer, rebounded by the Timberwolves.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Here's prime time. Off target from outside. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's off to Utah after this game where they'll face the Jazz. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip.
Yeah, you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
Minnesota's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Here's prime time. No good on the 3. The Lakers shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. Pass to Young. Here's Stephens. And the pass to Vanderbilt. Young outside. Tries it from the top of the key. That one drops for him. Young's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, after an uneven first half, he's managed to right the ship and get things going.
Here's prime time, defended by Young. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Lakers shooting just 30% from the field here in the fourth. Dick passes to Young. The Lakers moving the ball around. Inside. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Timberwolves have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Here's prime time, defended by Young. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Got it. Good job in the low post.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Here's prime time. Rebounded by the Lakers. Bennett's got 11 rebounds in the game. Young with the ball. When you compare, Richard, the NBA to the other major sports leagues, you have to be proud of the way things are run.
The NBA is a global league that focuses on global expansion, more so than any other major sport in the United States. And when it comes to the players, there isn't a league that treats their players better.
Now, Dick. Pass to Young. The feed now to Bennett, and Bennett throws it down.
Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. Prime time, the pass to George. Here's prime time, defended by Young. And it's prime time missing. Pass to Stephens. Prime time grabs the board. Prime time's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
And with his team trying to trim this margin, his struggles this quarter, they're not helping things.
And Los Angeles guys shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Tipped away. Here's Stevens, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Walton's checked in, and the Lakers also making a switch. Dudley's checked in. He kicks to Young. No good with the triple. The Timberwolves shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. Here's prime time, and a miss there on the triple.
Another missed 3, and he seems determined to shoot his way out of it.
To the paint, here's Flagler. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
The Lakers shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. To the left side wing. Back to Young. And Dudley kicks to Young. Bennett the pass to Young. Stephens pulls it in. Here's Primetime, defended by Young. Here's Primetime, the rebound by Bennett. Bennett's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. And here is Dudley. Now here's Bennett. Out to the wing. 6 to shoot. Vanderbilt. And that one is off. The Timberwolves shooting it well here in the fourth quarter at 50%. Pass to Primetime. Releases. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Primetime's got 42 in the game. And so Young will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. The pass to Dudley. Back to Young. Feeds it to Dudley. Good. Nice job down low.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Primetime, defended by Young. Well, a lot of former NBA players have a hard time, RJ, giving credit to current NBA stars. Why do you think that is?
I think so quickly we don't hold next generations to the same standard as prior generations. I don't get into all of that stuff about who is better and who is greater. I just focus on the growth of the game.
And it's Primetime missing. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
On its way from Young for 2, and even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Timberwolves.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And in the win-loss column, tonight's game will push their record up to 54 wins on the year.
And their dominance continues, guys, as they sweep the season series 4 games to none.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Primetime.
And he was doing everything out there on the floor tonight. Triple-double on the stat sheet, and that doesn't even tell the whole story.
Young finds Vanderbilt. Back to Young. Passes it to Bennett. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
At the line for the Lakers.
That one is off.
Bennett taking 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Primetime. Off target from three-point range. Now here's Dudley. He's guarded closely. Great D that time from Walton. And out of bounds is Los Angeles Kings possession.
Making substitution, Gordon, Josh Hart.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll do it, folks. Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching tonight's game on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.